Okay, Team 1 in the blue trunks, we've got Harness Heart, Pyro Quiz, Turbo, and Quinto Bean. And in the orange trunks, we've got Bilib, Bawana, Microsoft Exploit, Molten Dragon, and Trojan Shadow. Team 2 OSP, Team 1 ANS. We are on Canyon Rotated. 3 neutral points, which is F, A, and G points. Don't mind what spells. Didn't think about that. C and D point natural for orange team, B and E point natural for blue team. Yeah, that's the map. Right. Orange team is deploying with a collection of more lines. Oh God, Philip, what have you done? Double container liner with cheapo munitions. I'm betting a collection of liners around the map. There's a journeyman in there somewhere. Some cellos. It's a very large map, so it's kind of hard to see. Um, Veteran destroyers from Quiz coming in. We're seeing what looks like that would be that's Turbo's 5X Railstone, I think. Or maybe it's the 4X Railstone with the spotter destroyer. They have a specific fleet they like to run that's very lethargic in terms of map presence, but does hurt when you get shot by it. Okay. Pyro coming in with Axford plus Railstone combo, most likely. The car tag is Carnage Heart. They come in with a big old battleship. It's a collection of sprinters here, four of them. The upset bong leads the way. Okay, OSP side, we saw those liners. We saw that double CLN. We see their collection of various shuttles around the map. Where's their big front line? Not really seeing it exactly. It's like no monitor ball, which kind of makes sense given the map, but also not a whole lot of other stuff. It's yellow there. Hmm. Well, Canyon's kind of anyone's guess since it's a lesser played map. Most of us don't remember where key angles are, and it's also a game where you end up rotating through half the map and not meeting the enemy till they went the other side. So, hey, we love Canyon. 1,500 points to win it, so this will be honestly about the length of an average Neb game, 30 to 40 minutes, depending on the challenge situation. In other news, ANS team readies up first. Oh, as I say that, Pyro Fund ready. Never mind. Let's be looking to do final deployments. We'll go through the fleets fast in about 10 seconds and see what they got. This is your Vestal branded reminder to drink water. All right. Ooh, you can see the deployment there as they switch in the last second. That's cool. Okay, big old 450 battleship with auroras on it. Brown and green. This reminds me of like a mint chocolate. Very nice. Who owns this one? Let's find out. This is Furnace Heart's battleship. They've got a carrier backpack. They've got some skiffs in there and some fighters as well. Got themselves this escorting asset, Sarissa brick here, along with some smaller caliber gun there. Just a little poke presence. Very cool. They have no nothing else. Quiz coming in with looks like Beamstone on the left side here, going to be guarding some points down low. Another one guarding the B point cap. Got a completely empty capper with a spyglass. Ah, okay, spyglass that you don't see much these days. Got a Sarissa brick over here with some missiles on the bottom there. Yep, hybrids in that thing. Got themselves another gun capper, gun capper, gun capper. No, empty capper, and empty capper. Okay, three empties. These are three empties, a spyglass. All right, so only two gun cappers then to skirmish with. Interesting. Trying to start we already covered. Turbo is going to be in. Yep, this thing again. Got the canard on the nose. Recognized the build, and yeah, all this other stuff. Formation as the secondary 250s and primarily the railgun. They've got one, two, three, four of those, and then a lockbet as their front line, along with a blanket jammer on it. Cool stuff there. All right. Quinto Bean comes in with, to the surprise of everyone, only a swarm of four currently. Um,
The
going to
enemy is
be
securing Zone
a
Dagger.
VLS 2, VLS 2, VLS 2, and VLS 2. So that's going to be their kind of like battle group there. The rest of these should be Elint with, yep,
The enemy is
Elint
securing Zone
offsets. And then
Eclipse.
we get a gun capper going down low. gun capper going to the east side, and then a empty capper on the outside here. All right, so they're kind of working in conjunction. Quiz. Key point cap is getting stepped on now. That's where we have Pyro up here, who's got 450 axe for Zerus on the side. Carrier backpack, nothing contest there. Very nice. Got themselves a rail destroyer going along with it, and then lastly, there's their forward capper on the E1 proper. Oh god, the hell dump is commencing. Here we go. Part of my team and listings is fine is the name of the munitions here coming from Philip. What do they got in this thing? Yep, it's just
The
a
enemy is
shitload of
securing
containers.
zone comment.
Same thing. Same thing. Yep. Okay, so that is a double Moorline setup. They are going with the
The
second
enemy
Moorline
is
for
securing
magazine
zone
depth and
boxer.
just spamming the shit out of
The
these
enemy
basic boxes.
secured zone
These are
dagger.
just regular high explosive dump munitions, kind of a tech right now because people are skipping defender, and that is
The
the plan.
enemy
These
secured
are
zone
looking
eclipse.
to fish out the B point natural for cappers.
Are these support containers?
These are support containers, so they're just going for minimal boom, if I'm correct on that. Trying to
Hmm.
believe it's just like the tiniest warhead they possibly can get because it still hits like a size 2 or so. Trying to take advantage of the pricing of that. Anyways.
The enemy
All
is
right,
securing
Bawana
zone
comes in
four.
with 450 liner, has some MLS 3 backpacks for some silly corp nonsense there. Very cool. They've got a second one, similar
The
story. This
enemy
is deployed
secured
over
zone
here.
comment.
Then they've got themselves their early warning and bloodhound with the track correlators. Good stuff. Next up, Edgelord comes in with a journeyman here. Their setup, a couple of ceramic tiling
The
bombers,
enemy
and
secured
some
zone
20 mil
boxer.
Barracudas. This thing has a couple of size 2s in it. Strike potential interesting. Here
The
comes the
enemy
mass
is
salvo of
securing zone
missiles.
gambit.
Cap points have been stepped on appropriately. Edge also had a capper hanging back here headed towards A. Mulligan Dragon has a mass driver liner with some MLS2 backpacks. Cool stuff there in a little platform hanger thing so they can get a scout into the mix. Here comes the mass hell dump of missiles, and these are all going to probably get seduced on hit. A couple of them trying to loop around as they blow through, but maneuverability is bad. One of them will actually get lucky and clip the
The
main
enemy
engine there
secured
and
zone
whip back
fulcrum.
drive. Yeah, the main thing is to just try and attrition people with this because you have like 400 plus containers. All right, Mulligan Dragon had Mass Driver Liner. They had their Bloodhound Tug. They had their Dazzler to go with it, I guess. They just don't have power on it. T20 Cappers up front. One hanging back to B point, and then another one over to the D side. Lastly, we had Trojan Shadow coming in here with looks like a that's a lot of hybrid.
The
Okay.
enemy has
Somebody
secured
came to the
zone
wrong
gambit.
neighborhood as Quinto just fucking annihilates some poor defenseless little T20 shuttle. Multi-mission tug probably going to eat it afterwards here from Trojan. They've got another one on the other side of the map. Third one kind of down mid. There's a lot of lines. All of this stuff goes on. Dead capper, rocket shuttle hanging out here at the top of the map. Rocket shuttle out towards the bottom of the F point. T20 capper hanging out towards B side. There's the dead T20 shuttle try to go G side. The one on F point. Yeah, just a bunch of little gun cappers. But all right. More containers coming around here looking towards fishing on G point. Good idea with the wake validator trying to find the back end of Quiz Capper. Here comes even more of the size 2 hybrids towards the tug. These are going to swing and a miss as Chaff gets illuminated there. I believe. Floodlight illume. Huh. Did it jam them? I fully expected that thing to get annihilated because I thought those were going to be command. That did not have
They were
force
jamming
jam.
each other out, I think.
Okay, that would be it.
They only just
No,
recently got
they
retracted.
have
The
lock.
enemy is
Yeah,
No?
only
securing
just now.
zone atlas.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah, Turbo's got the lock established. That's what broke them. Makes sense. All right, more missiles down below towards east side. A whole bunch of these are going to be missing. They only need to get like 1 or 2 hits though. Still, just volume of fire. This also makes the game very laggy, which is why I kind of hate it. Container liner magazine depth, my below. All right, well, more containers coming out here, fishing for the
We are
A point
contesting zone
side.
atlas.
These are is that an act? No, okay, that's act Hodge, not anything fancy. Yeah, Act Hodge, and then Act Wake Val. We will see these going towards Quiz's double cappers, putting 2 on point and hope you can get it, or contest at least against Microsoft Edgelord's gun capper here. A whole bunch of these going to be finding target, but I think that the Wake Val is, yeah, it's not going to register as they have stopped moving. These will blow through chaff and potentially find others, but there's a lot of chaff here actually seducing. The Potentially unlucky angle. We'll see if Quiz gets it or not. Nope. Chaff Cloud going to be large enough to make sure they don't find it. Ooh, swings around actually and catches one of them on the nose there. As rather surprising. Might be hit by another one here. Nope, just misses. All right, ACAP and missile spam go burr. Over towards the G side, Trojan Shadow got skeletized by the rails and maybe a salvo from Quinto when we weren't looking. Honestly, I couldn't tell you 'cause this thing's just so fucked up. All right, couple of size 2 hybrids going out towards A point here. These are Dragon Rose HE
The
frags. They
enemy
are
is
looking to take
securing
out some
Zone
of these
Atlas.
bombers. I believe 1-1 is uh actually I don't remember the breakpoints for size 2 hybrids. I think these can kill a bomber off. We're gonna find out.
It's just shy, like several percents.
Got it. Well, took out one of them at least. Maybe that was a fighter. Yep, okay, that'll kill it. Yeah, it's like
If they've
I
been
think they
like
do like
at all scratched
134.
before they get hit, yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah.
The
So
134.7
enemy is
or some
very
securing
shit.
good for
Zone
a
B.
Greedbird with a size 2 backpack loadout because then you can tickle them with a single RPF round.
Mhm.
Anyways, more container
The
salvos go
enemy
burr,
secured Zone
likely
Atlas.
looking for turbos fleet here, or trying to go for the G point again. Hmm. I think they're trying to just salvo fire on anything they can find. These are going A point, I guess. They're looking for. Philip keeping all their container liners in the back here. Now they're actually starting to move up. There we go. I was going to say it's a little bit of a bad idea since you want to be a bit more forwards. Cuts down on your travel time. Let's reach further into the back line, find those juicy targets you want to hit. Current cap situation is what you see on the board. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 caps for the OSP, and that'll be 1, 2, 3 caps going to NS. Is in the process of
Quiz is
being
getting
capped
attacked
out.
left side by
Stick.
Ruddle versus Aurora. He's them. And MMG.
That'll be interesting. Yep. Ruddle here is thinking about
The
it.
enemy has
They are point
secured
blank
Zone
and
Gamma.
honestly could fire any second now. There they go. Yep. That is partially why it can be worth bringing a missile secondary on your beam zone in case of fast movers like that. You just boop them in the snoot with the missile and that takes them out largely. So good positioning there from Trojan Shadow, managing to remove Quiz's cap guard. Early warning and such going to be keeping this area honest. Look at multi-mission tug will sort out that battle. All right, more missiles just go by the A point there as we expect. OSP has deployed their battle group or, no, right side from their perspective, and ANS has done largely the same. ANS holds a lot of power on the underside of the map here, normally, which is the G point, so they need to decide where they go. Turbo has a lot of direct firepower, but no targets to really shoot at right now. They're going to be whipping a shot at the shuttle over here, which has just been locked up, and they're going to miss barely. See if they correct more on the second follow-up shots. Rails are accurate, but shuttles are small. Yeah. That's going to show again how tiny the shuttle is in the range they're firing at. They're missing with the rail shots. I wouldn't want to be that guy, but they've got the cap point. They just need to step off now. Here comes the container salvo, fishing towards the B point, I think. Where the heck is that going? Looks like they're trying to assume where the beam destroyer was on the B point side, but not sure if they're going to get that or not. Think they were detected briefly by early warn earlier and just haven't adapted since. Quizquid is stepping onto the A point here with a gun capper, or at least attempting to. There is Edge standing by. He is very toasted in this thing. Is taking more overtime trying to fix all their systems, but still technically alive and could move on to point.
Microsoft itself is being attacked by Quiz.
Yes, you are correct. Thank you. There's so much shit going on this map. I can't see anything. All right. Yep. CMD
The
Hodge
enemy
going
is
to be finding their
securing
way
Zone
home
Atlas.
for negligible impact.
3 hits.
Those didn't clonk, right? That's just the size of the warhead. Okay. Um,
It's an interesting PD setup. 2 Sarisas and 4 Vivis.
yep. Sarissa makes sense as a lot of people are checking against Auroras on the Acello, so going with the Beast Mac instead is kind of cool. The Sarissa on the tail you don't often see due to
Wait,
arcs
it's
and such,
3.
but
Oh,
yeah.
you're right. I didn't even notice that one. Huh. So I guess there were
It's
2
weird. You
Sarisas
don't.
in Arc of that
Yeah.
attack then.
Right. Well, here's another attempt from Quinto down there. These missiles are once again looking for the key point. I guess Philip just has the magazine depth for this. They're only down about 30% of their arsenal. Here comes some more of these size 2 hybrids, turbulence missiles coming out. CMB Saw, CMB Hodge, pretty common. No killjoys on this. Here comes the Pavis attempt to spam, and a bunch of those go wide
The
because
enemy
of
secured
the
Zone
drift
Atlas.
and the comms jammer. And Honestly, I think that's kind of a wasted salvo. These containers looking to maybe hit where Quinto was, but trying to nail Quinto when she's moving at like what's that, 60 or so, along with the travel time involved. Yeah. Quinto potentially finding the container liners back here as they are just outside of their 8-kilometer radar range. Comes some size 2 hybrids. These are looking towards I guess okay, they're going after Edge's shuttle, which is back here, but was taken out earlier, so that's actually a good cleanup. Grape Shot and Sarissa Fire are going to say nuh-uh to that, though, as it will be removed before it can get onto target. Or support missiles going out everywhere. I believe Mulligan Dragon's mass drivers, yep, they have found Quinto's force here, so Quinto potentially going to be hit by mass drivers, and then the fragmentation effect of that hit the rest of the formation here. In the meantime, we see a big container salvo direct fire dump by the looks of it. Yeah, these are just fired on track from the early warning, which is why you're seeing all their different pathings going so weird and wild. Not the worst idea, honestly, just as a quick fire of hey, make somebody panic, but we might see a lot of these seekers go wide depending on how these end up moving. A little bit decent going on there. It's hard to exactly tell. Aurora's going to kick on, but those will not be enough to take out all of these containers without burning themselves to death. Already seeing them getting that's the blanket. Aurora. Chen. Okay. Huh. Um, really? Okay, there we go. That's what we're expecting. Yeah, Aurora burns itself out on one of those. The other one is down to 73%. This last one going to swing and a miss just barely. But yeah, the Aurora layer has been pretty heavily removed. Philip might send another salvo here momentarily. Mass drivers are on target now. The one impact. There we go. There's the splash on this thing. Not sure if the fragmenting effect went off there. This thing appears to have taken a hit at least from these guns. C65's not the greatest damage. I think Mass Driver, yeah, it must have been this hit. Yeah, it's
The
locked in.
enemy is
That's
securing
what it is.
Zone Dagger.
Okay, decap went off. Where the hell is the D point?
The enemy is securing Zone Eclipse.
There it is. Decap down here as Quinto attempts to step on with one of their gun cappers. Molten Dragon is nearby, but not microing their ship currently. Here comes some more. This is some more of the salvo as it tries to swing and misses there. I think they plotted a little too wide. Again, this is why trying to hit sprinters is so annoying because they're really fucking fast and plot a little bit generously. And all right, this might do it though. Some size twos on target. Just pure Act S2. Never mind. They're all going to miss because Chaff is good. Uh, really? I guess just huh. All right. Somebody got a memo saying Thunderheads are good and didn't look further than that.
We are contesting
Okay.
Zone Dagger.
Decap contestant goes on. There we go. Mulligan Dragon has moved over. They've got heading onto target, so they should be able to brawl against this capper pretty good. They're getting the broadside shot in currently, tanking everything with the bow here,
The
which is
enemy
notoriously
secured
hard
Zone
to kill
Eclipse. The enemy is
until you
securing
get
Zone
hit by
Dagger.
hybrids from behind. Never mind. Quinto's on the ball. All right, decap will go in the hands of
The
ANS
enemy
there.
secured
4 cap
Zone
versus
Dagger.
3 cap. OSP leads this by about 100 points or so. More containers just being salvaged out every
The
way.
enemy is
A couple of
securing
these
Zone Comet.
anti-craft munitions being fired off might catch Crusader flight here on the retreat path. We will see. Um, Neither front line has found each other. It's just been pure strike and yeah, just basically pure strike game. Crusader flight will tank a couple of those hits. One of them does get overkilled by splash damage. This last one will get killed as well. So all right, that was what 5 or 6 missiles for 2 bomber kills. Not the greatest efficiency, but still enough to grade this somewhat. Quinto being it loses one of their what do they call this, like a backline diver arsenal. It's not like a sprinter bomb. It's just a like
Bummer.
sprinter bomber. Yeah, I guess that's the best description. I normally think of sprinter bombers as just like a pair of them, but yeah, that matches. All right, more missiles going. What is that pathing? Yeah, there I guess. These ones actually being plotted around, so they're trying
The
to hit
enemy
the D
secured
point.
Zone
Looks like a
Comet.
time on target attack attempt here to sandwich. Quinto is the sole frontline engagement, if you can even call it that. D point cap going on here as a T-20 shuttle is going to brawl against Turbo with the Canard Bullseye vet, and this thing is going to go the way of Dodo as it basically has no way of defending itself. Yeah, it's just alive on a technicality there with the arming missile. Time on target missile strikes coming here D side. Gonna watch as I believe Quinto is not going to be able to evade these. I think she's largely out of chaff and options for this one, so that will be one hell murdered Corvette there. Other one's gonna find the rest of the formation. There's a double chaff. I think that's double chaff at least. Can't see track, but it looks like clouds.
Trojan MMT
Okay.
on B is chasing Quiz's beamstone.
Let's try and figure out where the heck the point is. Yep, there you are. MMT back here does manage to find that. Beamstone. That said, this MMT is about to burn out Jammer, which
The
means
enemy
that
is
the
securing zone
Beamstone from Quiz
combat.
can now see it. Oop,
Oh, the Ruddle's
clicked
coming in.
again. Trojan tries to step on the point in the meantime. Quiz thinking about getting the beam shot off here. That is a rocket shuttle. We'll see if they get the shot or not. Aurora
That's too
flick
far
on.
away.
Beamstone overcorrects. It should be in ranged beam. Why is it?
Yeah, too far away from
Bearing
the
target
rockets to go through the
overswung.
Auroras.
Dragonfly might have done that. Yeah, Aurora Tech here is kind of good as it turns out against those.
As long as you don't
Trojan
get
Shadow
barrel
has
stuffed.
jumped their entire. Yeah, just I think that's the Dragonfly thing where it overdrifts slightly. Maybe it's just trying to match velocities. All right. Avarice flight down towards D point using their 100 mil gun pods, taking out that. Well, that was already dead, so it doesn't really do much there. Quintos sprinter bombers in the back line area back here still have a little bit of munitions left, trying to take over what they can. Heck for the shuttle for the troubles. One and
The
two.
enemy secured zone
The fact
combat.
the shuttle can survive a Heckby in the first place always surprises me, but hey, shuttle hitboxes were. More support containers being fired off. The front lines, I think, have yet to fire a shot. Yep. The battleship continues its safari adventure. Boana has their yep, their full like 450. I think they fired like a salvo once. Turbo attempting to position for a shot here. I think Microsoft Edgelord had taken like a little damage from something that I'm pretty sure was the missiles earlier. Mass Driver's firing it now as Pyro is going to take one or two on the nose, but Accurate will repair all of that. Radar panels, services, thrusters, yeah, nothing important. Okay. Well, it's Canyon, so I don't really know what else to say. We're doing beyond visual range engagement today. All right, couple of offset missiles coming towards the point here. These will just aim shy as the shuttle has drifted off since. These will not do anything. Here comes the support containers, trying to find the destroyer here, but not quite past in the right arc. Maybe one or two will hook here. Throwers from Quiz are not on battle shorts. They're just chipping away for free damage, I guess. E point going to be held. Trojan is thinking about stepping forward, but I don't believe they've got their missiles on target yet. They have five of them in the banks. They could try for a shot, but those Auroras will clean up any S2s coming unless they have grenades. For the rest of the map, E point comfortably in the hands of OSP. Trojan has their combination of a shuttle and a MMP down there. Top of the map, seaside. Shuttles kicking around there. Some Corvettes hanging out. Anna's front line has not had a chance to engage anything really, which is well Canyon for you. More and more support containers. Bilib is down to 43% of their arsenal for not the worst, but not the greatest effect. A lot of various corvettes have been cleaned up around the map, but I think this is more annoying than it is perhaps lethal. That's kept Anus on their toes. They don't want to pick a fight and get pinned down for the subsequent strike to follow up into. Yeah. Decap Quinto has secured, leaving behind one capper just to kind of hold the area. They have another one kind of lingering towards the E point side. Canard detecting stuff down here. These support containers are aiming for B point by the looks of it, trying to hunt down Quiz's Beamstone. The Beamstone does actually get its beam sniped out, so while we're looking away, I suspect. No, they didn't use their missiles for it, just guns. Interesting. Um, that's actually very surprising. Huh. Unless there's a missile strike we missed, but it doesn't look like this thing got missiled, so suppose that with enough HE you can do that. Maybe it took a rocket hit or battle shorted? Weird to say. Alright, container's gonna swing wide again as Quiz just keeps their ship moving, and Philip's travel time is going to come back and bite them. Here comes more missiles from Mulligan Dragon. This is gonna do something. Yeah, okay, a whole bunch of these S2 commands plus the mass drivers. That's gonna be the end of Quinto's detachment there. The MLS2s on the back of this liner, kind of a neat versatility. You get like 5 slots you can do various stuff with, whether it's a landing pad or vessels, kind of like that.
They're split
All
to
right.
target the 2 different corvettes too.
Ooh, good tasking on that. The command will be able to lock onto this. The Bloodhound is going to get them good enough track that they will be able to likely hit. Mass drivers as well going to find purchase there. Magazine goes down, and the CIC is wounded but not killed. Currently, no point defense in arc here. Unfortunately, the Auroras are burned out. I think that, yeah, it's just going to hit. S2s are pretty good when they land.
They
Quinto's
had precisely
detachment did
1
some pretty
salvo
good.
left.
Honestly, they did their job for the most part. It's like a roaming detachment. They shook up some stuff, capped the point. There's still one ship alive back here as a gun capper hide as a defender so it can protect itself against these incoming spam containers. In terms of other developments, not much happening. Trojan Shadow is just lurking, hoping that Beamstone is not much of a threat. Beamstone burns, it's restored to get the nose back up online. Had a single small walker. Kind of vulnerable in this slot as it's a larger hitbox. I think some people put it back with the CIC is, but mind control in the. I don't know about that one, Chief. I'm gonna critique that build. I don't think that's it. Normally you'll see. Wait, this thing has no kinetics. Why aren't you tanking with the mag? Shame on you. Shame. Bad. Submit to fleet review. Get reviewed.
Good ship.
Uh, right. Support containers again. Continual spam going down. I think they've sunflowered this a little bit, but they're just kind of pointing it in various directions, hoping to catch something. Might overshoot and hit turbo depending on fuel time, but that's a long ball to say the least. More containers going down here against Quinto's ships, although these were already taken out, so kind of a. They didn't test these on live pods, did they? Very maybe they. Well, I mean they'll find the ship at least, but yeah, kind of a wasted salvo there. But these are cheap. Still, Philip has gone through 75% of their munitions, so they should probably look to save those to actually hit capitals if it comes down to that. Support container is going to be spamming by here. Quiz has chaff up. They have the beam as well. Most of these looking like they're going wide. Maybe these ones will catch here. That's no, that's the Holman Jam cone that's there. So yeah, 3 kilometer cone will not find. Nose gun will again be popped out here as the beam is tickled by the C30 that goes on there. This thing is locked up in pinpoint range, although in pinpoint range, almost beam range. So they're playing a little risky business here at that like 6 kilometer mark. If Quiz had their working nose gun, this tug would get zapped. Not like that, but Trojan's doing a very good job of going just outside of range, trying to pepper them down with the C30. A very good gun. A couple fighters and such on standby. Mulligan Dragon is moving towards D point to try and re-secure. ANS has to secure themselves about 40, call it 48 points there, right? Yeah. So slight advantage as they are holding currently. D point cap can't go off as these escorts will likely be able to remove Quinto from the side.
Can you check if that beam is not grayed out yet?
On quizzes, the beam is in fact grayed
Oh,
out, so that will be the end of it. Like I said, C30 is pretty good when it gets on target. Kind of why you want stuff up front to damage split with, but I think they just got drilled in the nose there. All right, Trojan Shadow technically alive over here with a. How is this thing alive?
I'm not actually
I
sure
swore we
why
saw
it
this thing get.
needs the plant control center either.
It's because they
Shouldn't.
are running double FPA and double Aurora, so
You
that
can power
consumes a
that.
lot of power.
Shockingly.
Um,
I mean,
really?
the
enemy is
FPAs turn off every
securing
time the
zone
Aurora's
control.
task, but that's it.
Huh. That's interesting tech. Then I normally don't put Auroras on my beam destroyers, so huh, there I learned.
you should try
Maybe
it
it's
sometime. It basically invalidates R2 CUDA as long as they don't send like 12 after you.
There's actually one that died to a ruddle earlier. It got stuffed from like 50 meters away, and it went through with
Yeah.
Yeah, we
If
saw
Ruddles
it was
engage
over
you,
here. It was the Auroras, because the Auroras don't have anything to task onto, so they don't have the pre-aim, and then you just rocket that fast, and it'll be like, oh, well, not an arc. Turn.
yeah.
All right,
But a
here comes
single
the
Aurora,
support containers doing whatever support containers do. A bit of a loop-de-loop. They literally turned at the last second away from turbo. You can't make this up. Philip experiencing the joys of trying to plot long distance here as they have to lead about a minute ahead, and turbo decided they just didn't want to be there anymore. Looks like these things
We are
did get hit
contesting
at
zone
one point or
autonomy.
other as some of the noses apparently were booped. Just this one, probably a container or two. CCAP attempt to contest going on right now. As we see over here, Quinto has one of their last ships going up against Trojan. Trojan is currently bow tanking against the battleship, which I guess might as well. This capper here is not long to this world. Basic CIC is on fire and it is currently non-functional. Should see these Albatross missiles finish it off. Yep, nice little size 2 salvo. 4 S2s against a capper like that. Pretty clean way of killing it off.
I thought
And
the
then
ACT missiles from Microsoft had actually done something, but no, never mind.
The enemy is securing
Yeah,
zone
Microsoft.
dagger.
Let's take a look down here at the point. Decap is contested. Graveyard flight attempting. Yep, there's going to be the problem. They get a little too close here doing this. All right. ACT missiles firing off here. There is no chaff. Will these actually hit?
Oh,
Holy shit, Thunderheads actually did something this game. Wow. Quinto is currently drives and reactor down with no restores. That will be a dead ship, and T point goes into the hands of OSB. More container spam looking for turbos. Some of these may actually find them, but there is a defender in the mix here, which should be able to shred these pretty quickly. See just how well it does its tasking. Looks like 2 of these are going to take a hit. Maybe. Defender kills at the last second. That defender kills at the last second. Yeah, just have like a defender against this, I guess. That's all you need. More of these coming in now from a awkward angle.
The enemy
Potentially,
securing
no,
zone
those
dagger.
were just fired towards the point. More support containers here, fishing for the front line. Bit of wiggle pathing there to dodge some service of fire, or at least attempt to. These containers have to have low maneuverability with how they've been moving this game.
I think Pirate
Sources
left
will
her
is
Raider Keystone on flank
let's
for a bit
see.
anyway.
Pirate did? Yeah, looks about right. Anyways, more Sarissa fire, just gonna be hitting these things. We're at the point where it's just there's not anything to talk about, so I'm trying to fill air. GCAP does actually go off here as Trojan Shadow played Possum forever and managed to limp this thing back onto the point there. The small locker up top just keeping this thing alive and then being able to store into that. They will possibly get the point here. Quiz is there with a gun capper, but they might not step on point in time. They're using RPF. They should use HE at this range. There they go. There's the swap over.
We are contesting zone
Yep,
gambit.
there you go. Man, you never hear that call out. When do we have ever like a
It's dead.
zone gambit? Oh, never mind. It instantly kills it. Yeah, there you go. Gun cappers can actually win. You just need a skeleton of a ship to fight against. Done. All right. The missiles came. The missiles did nothing. Yep. Services clean up everything there. CCAP is looking to go off. Has the battleship even fired a
The
450
enemy
on
is
this game?
securing zone
No, I guess
eclipse.
it actually has at some point or other. Neither front line really finding each other. They're just trying to shoot cappers. MDLN going to be rotating to find that battleship, try and add its damage number. Mirror counterpart, the Railstone fleet, just loitering by B-side since
We are
Quiz lost
contesting
their
zone
line,
eclipse.
not liner.
The enemy
Destroyer.
is securing
God, I
zone
can't think anymore.
comet.
All right, CCAP goes off there, as was mentioned. ECAP contestation going on as Quinto tries to step on the point here. Trojan Shadows on the ball with 8 MMP and a Guttle. Reactor Bloom. Oh, that's a little spicy. All right, let's take a look. Blind everyone. Yay. Oh no, we lost all the armor on the Sarissa frigate. Whatever shall we do? We can't get that back. Oh no.
What type of ice cream do you think that qualifies as now?
I don't know. Maybe have you ever seen it's like the all black ice cream? It's got like a bunch of charcoal in it. It's like a novelty thing. Kind of the like vibe I'm getting from this now. This one still gives me a bit of like mint chip kind of feel. You know, it's got like the brown chocolate, like that nice lime green you get from it. All right, Bowana and Furnace Heart can finally actually
The
exchange
enemy
handshakes here.
secured zone comet.
HE frag containers. That's not what I expected on the backpack of these. All right. 450 fight actually happens. The battleship's going to get hit by mass drivers and 450 AP. Or is that HE? That's actually HE in the broadside. So a bit of both here.
Those are
Taking down the
Helljoys.
drives.
That's why. Just not named that. They've got the SSJ on them.
Sure. Ah, okay. Got it. Helljoys. Yeah. That's the. You put the warhead in because it's basically free and you can potentially hit something with it.
They got nerfed this
Something
PTB patch actually because they hit the same 50% warhead penalty as HEI containers did.
Interesting.
They can still
All
kill
right.
torps in one hit, but their radius is reduced.
Pretty good then. Anyways, container goes out there, does Helljoy things. Size 2 salvo going towards the capper here, which
The
is
enemy is
not
securing
firing
zone
at
boxer.
Sarissas for some reason.
It got
Why
both
not?
fires.
Right. Bit of grape shot going on the burnt chicken nugget. Makes sense. Aurora's going to clean up a lot of stuff there. Battleship is taking it on the chin like a champ, although they are throwing that reactor crit. They shouldn't bloom here, but still not something you want to ever see on your battleship. Think, hey, 45 seconds, you get popped. Mass drivers, not the greatest at applying crits compared to rails, but still will add up as they splash everything and cause a bunch of various little DC micro dances. Scram actually goes off here as they decide, nah, I don't want to risk it, and will execute very emergency reactor shutdown. I don't think that was necessary,
Is the scram
but
actually going to shut anything down?
it turns the ship off for a little bit because they had a crit going on here. Did they fix that crit? Yeah. This shouldn't be grayed out then by the time that they recover, right?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
The
Trying to
enemy
start
securing
trams,
zone
which
boxer.
honestly better to do it than not, because if you bloom your battleship, then whoops. That said, ANS is currently down a player. Turbo is existing. They're not controlling the B point here, despite having their secondary batteries, which is a little bit ripped. I know
They
Turbo
built up
likes
a
running
fair
this fleet,
lead,
but
though. 70 points ish? Don't
yeah,
remember what
they've
the
got a
final
little
is
bit
for
of
that.
lead, but the points is going to add up quickly as they go through the caps here. I would not be surprised if OSP manages to push back on some of these areas. Microsoft Edgelord actually gets a shot onto Pyro here as point blank these two heavy cruisers are going to engage each other. Yes, I know the Yourselves command cruiser. I'm calling it a heavy. That's what it was. Good night, everyone. The one mountain gyro one. Really? That's
Yeah. I don't know
suppose it's
why
a
you
PD picket tech. Interesting.
kind of makes the Pavise worse, though, because it narrows the spread.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the PVC's main strength is not to do with the spread so much as it is to do with the fact it's twice as many shots. But
Yeah, but there's twice as many spots over a wider area, which means you hit more.
it depends again on the evasiveness of munitions. All right, core container is going to be once again going after not what they want.
Torp dump from the LNs on the BB.
Battleship. Yep, here you go. Those are the torpedoes launched at close range. That is going to be a significant emotional event. Sarissa Fire are going to trim down most of these Auroras on B short, going to cook themselves down pretty fast. But
And
those torpedoes are
ball is
largely
out.
deflected.
Huh.
They're going to go wide as these are axe pod.
There were some command ones, I swear.
Yeah, I think you're right on those torpedoes being command. It was the containers, I want to say, that was. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was TMD Hodge. One of these still has its corpse active and has not fired yet. Maybe they're waiting or didn't line up their ranges. Hard to say. I don't actually know why those didn't line up their fire and why this one is turning cycles. Oh, it's drive. Small drive. Ding, ding, ding. Shane Bell. They do it on both. They do it on both. There are some things you cringe. That is not one of them. All right, here's their next torpedo salvo trying for it. We see them getting popped right out the bank. Sarissas are good. Expensive, but this one potentially will connect here as it will actually find the edge of the battleship there. Two more
What?
plonks.
That one got
Damage.
shot out right before it hit.
Mass Driver is going to add up a lot of damage over time here. Here is the size 2 salvo jump towards it. These are command saw, so
Wait.
the battleship might be hit.
There's no large storage on these liners.
Take a look. Fox steering complex, Citadel mag, small walker gun plot.
Huh.
These are built odd. Huh. Yeah, I don't know about that one. The MLS3 is neat tech, but I don't know about that. That's giving up a lot. Like, normally see storage and complex as your default. Some more torpedoes going in with these size 2s gives the Sarissa frigate something to think about as it tries to do picket duty. Auroras are pretty much burned out here, so they might get like 1 or 2 of these torpedoes going to land as a
The
lot of
Sarissas
damage
are
on
out,
this
yeah.
battleship.
The reactor got redded out on the frig.
Ah, damn.
The enemy is securing zone
Battleship
common.
going to finally get hit by more and more S2s. Still, 12 teams, 6 restores. They are operational technically, barely. There's a lot of repairs that need to be done here. 450 liners, once they figure out how to actually roll themselves, will be able to clean this thing up nicely with a broadside shot. Turbo continues to struggle over on the B point here as they are
The
not
enemy
able
is
to deal with
securing
a
Zone
multi-mission
Boxer.
tug despite the
We
secondary
are
batteries.
contesting Zone Boxer.
That's a little sad, right? B-cap
The
attempt going
enemy
through.
is securing
ANS
Zone Boxer.
in 1 second or two will be at 1400. OSP lagging behind slightly, but having a 4 cap for the moment. The ANS is currently controlling G side cap, but there is a rocket shuttle coming to say something about that. Still has 7 of its rockets. That's enough if they get a shot point blank to take control of this. Multi-mission tug down below
The
as
enemy is
well.
securing
Cap.
Zone Comet.
Hmm.
C-cap is going into the hands of OSP here as our friend Bawana has stepped onto the point. They're shredding away at the Sarissa brick and also getting more shots with the broadside of this. There it is. The battleship finally broken. Now it's actually getting killed off. Technically was recoverable up until all the 450 hit it, and just all those red compartments went away. All right, the rail spyglass device, or no, it's just a rail destroyer. Is
Wiz
going to be
has
contributing
AMMs
some
and it
shots.
beats the Ruddle on G.
Let's take a look.
The enemy secured
Potentially
Zone
does,
Boxer.
potentially doesn't. We're gonna have to see the launching range here. They have
No, it already did.
one or
There's
two
2
missiles
rockets
left.
left.
Yeah, if they point
The
blank that thing, then this
MMT.
will be a knockout.
Yeah.
There you go.
The enemy is securing
Yep.
Zone
2
E.
rockets, the desync means we don't get to see it, and that will be a kill off there.
Is that enough time? The caps.
Cap will flip, but that's gonna
The
take, I think
enemy
it's like
secured Zone Comet.
20, 30 seconds. I forget how long it is, but I think ANS actually has this one here.
OSP's managed to narrow
Uh,
the cap lead down a lot, but
going to be very close. C-cap and B-cap did their flips there. E-cap's uncontested, B-cap uncontested, A-cap just pyro. Um, nothing back on the F point. Philip is just sitting there with, I think they've emptied. Yeah, they've emptied all their stuff. I think ANS. No, I think with the 5 cap, yeah, OSP is going to win this one
OSP
here.
wins.
Yep. C-cap will flip over in time, and that will be enough. They don't quite get enough, although it's very close. 5 cap is a massively difference between 10 points per tick, so we'll see a difference of them getting 4 versus
The
10.
enemy has
This would be
secured
victory
Zone
for OSP
Gambit.
in 4 ticks. ANS will not get it. They are 2 points shy. This is going to be literally like 1498 versus 1500. GGs are being called here, so we'll just watch the cap points take over. Damn, that is so close. Like literally one cap
mm-hmm.
point millisecond difference for a canyon game like this. All right. Final hoorahs. Everyone just fires their last shot. Yeah. Rotated canyon is so weird. I don't play canyon normally, and rotated, I'm even more confused. Yep, there you go. Just like 1 point tick difference, and that would have been ANS's. Or well, slightly. No, because yeah, it would have been adding up 8 instead of 10, so they would have had an extra tick on it.
If OSP was unable to capture G for whatever reason, ANS would have won.
Yeah, just the slightest delay would have made it. All right. Okay.
Hello.
Hello, welcome back. Waiting for everyone to get back up here before we do a little bit of debrief. Surprisingly, yeah. It was a lot of not much happens. It's kind of a positioning game of striking, like a little bit of skirmish here and there, but then towards the later part of it, a couple frontline engagements happened, and then this last second blitz for caps.
Tarnished Sarissa Freak got 8k on Sarissa's.
GG. Close.
Take a look at that. All right, is that team 2 back up here then? We're just waiting on Quinto and Quiz, looks like. They'll trickle in. We'll just start debrief. Pyro pulling off 17k with the expert there, 3k on the rails. Pure rails? Yeah, 2k on that. All right. Quinto did the backline diving with the Sprinter bomber quad setup. Cool stuff there. Quiz on the cap fleet counterpart. Good beamstone positioning. Hunter's Heart with the ice cream mint chip, whatever you call it, battleship. 8k Sarissas was mentioned earlier. Where are they? Um, expended. Shame we can't see the damage, but yeah, Sarissa frigate did work. Turbo coming in with the rail stones and just never had a target all game, really. And on the op force side, Philip with the super spam oops 400 containers upon you build of questionable impact.
You get more
Um,
on that shift than you did
Uh,
alive.
Yeah.
the CLN is what won the game because it got C point by killing the Aurora battleship.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just that last second flip.
it just kept us on our toes. To be honest,
Mhm.
you have to beware of it all the
This,
time.
I don't think did the CLN kill the Aurora battleship? I thought the torps.
No,
did.
it didn't. It was the
It's
S2 strike
uh,
from,
Yeah. Yeah, that and the torps.
from
the S2s
MDY.
and torpedoes from I believe it was Bowana did more of that,
No,
but
the
occasionally
S2s were
continues
not
to.
from me. I had the S2s.
Yeah.
The
I'm
single
getting there.
MDLN in Mulan outdamaged the CLNs
Yeah, so
with the
Bowana
S2
with
backpack.
the 450s and torpedoes, like we mentioned. Edge came in with the Acello of Larissa Previs, which was kind of a cool ticket device tech, and then the little carrier that cleaned up. It was Mulligan Dragon who had the mass driver. Yeah, there's the mass driver liner padding its
Oh yeah,
damage.
Mash Drivers and S2s. There you go. That's what it was.
Yep. Good utility on that thing. I liked it. A couple cappers around the map as well. There's some rocket shuttle plays that were very well done. And Shadow came in with a bunch of the gun cappers and ruddles, the MMTs.
10K on that rocket shuttle.
Yeah, there was like a couple rocket shuttle plays that really made or broke the game. Like one of them getting point blank to a destroyer, managed to pick it off in that last. I think it was C point. Just two rockets managed to secure that, and it was literally like if OSP was behind a tick or two on the cap score, then ANS would have had that in the bag. So good stuff, people. Any other comments to add on to debrief as we just covered over the damage and stuff there?
I think we should have brought CLs. To be honest,
Seals, high mobility, anything on Canyon's good. So, I'm just gonna go
Like,
ahead.
yeah,
See if I
yeah.
spelled this right.
I guess I didn't realize that the S2s are what hit the battleship on C. So I guess the Auroras were good for that.
I'll say the Auroras for the battleship were a pretty cool tech.